These 5 people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together they make up the Eggheads, arguably the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. You might recognise them as they've won some of the country's very toughest quiz shows. They are the Eggheads. And taking on our quiz champions today are the Clay Pigeons from Cornwall. The team all work for the same mineral reserve company which specialises in china clay processing. And they regularly attend local pub quizzes and are hoping to not get shot down by the Eggheads today. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm David. I'm 32 and a senior process engineer.
Hi, I'm Richard. I'm 37. I'm a process engineering manager.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm 25 and I'm a research engineer.
Hi, I'm Rich. I'm 24 and I'm a research engineer.
Hi, I'm Martin. I'm 26 and I'm a process technician.
Ever done any of that clay pigeon shooting yourself?
Only the electronic stuff, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, in the arcades and that stuff.
Yes.
So how do the quizzes go for you? How you get on in those pub quizzes?
I guess we're probably in the top 3 usually.
You know what I'm going to say now? How many teams take part then? 3?
Oh, no, 4.
See, that many. Every day there's £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challengers. However, if they fail to defeat the Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to the next show. So, Clay Pigeons, the Eggheads have won the last 22 games, which means £23,000 says you can't beat the Eggheads. And our first head-to-head battle will be on not science, but entertainment.
Oh.
Entertainment.
Right, it's got to be Martin.
Who wants to
That's
play?
what we decided.
Yeah.
All right, take Judith.
Yep, that's fine.
OK?
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll have Martin against Judith, please.
OK, right. Well, that was all worked out in advance, wasn't it? OK, Martin and millionaire winner Judith playing entertainment. Could I ask you, please, to go to the question room? OK, Martin, you're kicking off for the Clay Pigeons. Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first, please, Dermot.
First question, what is the name of the character played by Caroline Aherne in the TV series The Royal Family? Is it Danielle, Denise or Dawn?
That's a programme I used to watch a few years ago. I'm not confident, that, however, I think it was Denise.
Yeah, one of those in the recesses of the mind which you have recalled. It's correct, Denise. Judith, which actress married Antonio Banderas in 1996? Is it Meg Ryan, Sigourney Weaver or Melanie Griffith?
I think that was Melanie Griffith.
Melanie Griffith is correct. One each. Martin, Spirit was a UK #1 album in November 2007 for which artist? Leona Lewis, Amy Winehouse or Katie Melua?
None of them are really my taste in music. I would rule out Katie Melua. I'm sure I've seen it on the television adverts, and I don't think it was Spirit. Leona Lewis, guess between
Leona Lewis, Spirit, you think. What is your taste in music then, Martin? You share a love of Meatloaf like our Chris?
I'm into guitar bands, so Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy. I doubt you've really heard much about them.
See, I'm nodding along sagely here. Yeah, absolutely. Fine bands. Let's get back to Spirit. The answer is Leona Lewis. Well done. 2 to you. Judith, Adrian Mills, Chris Searle and Doc Cox were 3 of the many co-presenters of which TV series that ran from 1973 to 1994? QED, Opportunity Knocks or That's Life?
I don't know. I don't think it's Opportunity Knocks. I think it's That's Life.
OK.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, that's right. Yes, That's Life. One of many co-presenters in that long-running series. Could be the point of no return then, Martin. Let's see if you can get this. How are the characters Bernard and Bianca collectively known in the title of a Disney animation? The Rescuers, the Aristocats, or the Fox and the Hound? How are the characters Bernard and Bianca collectively known in the title of a Disney animation?
Well, those mean nothing to me. I've seen the Aristocats when I was a young boy, and No, it doesn't ring any bells. As there's two names, I'm going to go with the Fox and the Hound.
It's not the right answer. It is the Rescuers. You're right about the Aristocats, not that either, but the Rescuers. OK, Judith, you can win it then if you get this. Who composed the song Begin the Beguine? George Gershwin, Jerome Kern or Cole Porter?
I know it well, but I can never remember which Jerome Kern composed or Cole Porter. But I think it's Cole Porter, this one.
Yeah, Cole Porter, it's correct. Well done, Judith. You are through to the final round. Martin just nudged out on the third question. Would you both please come back and join your teams? OK, after one round, one clay pigeon shot down. No eggheads gone yet, but I'm sure it'll happen. Let's play our next head-to-head. This is science. That's what you said you wanted.
Well,
So, a rush for the doors then, a rush for the doors of the question room. Who wants to play?
Well, I think we've decided that to save the rest of our pride, we're going to send Rich up.
And forsake my reputation.
Yes. Who do you want, Rich?
I don't mind. Should we go for CJ?
Go on then.
Yep.
Yep. Rich versus CJ, please.
Would you like to go to the question room then, please? Rich, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, please, Dermot.
Kicking off again, here's your question. Which solid shape can be defined as having a square base with 4 triangular faces? Cylinder, cone or pyramid?
I'm pretty confident on that one. Like the pyramids in Egypt, where I went last year with my brother, it's the pyramid.
Pyramid. Pyramid is correct, yes, of course. CJ, the preparation known as syrup of figs is commonly used as what type of medicine? A laxative, a painkiller or an antiseptic cream?
I can only imagine that's a laxative.
That's correct. And on we move. Rich, second question. Which bird is famous for the epic round trip of 22,000 miles it makes to and from its breeding grounds? It's the longest migration of any bird. The northern pintail, the black guillemot or the Arctic tern?
Now, I'm really not sure about that one. I haven't heard of a northern pintail. I'm leaning towards the Arctic tern just because I imagine that if it maybe breeds in the Arctic and travels a long way away from there at the rest of the time, so I'll hesitantly go for Arctic tern.
OK. I can confidently tell you it's correct. Well done. 2. CJ, the American orbiting space laboratory Skylab was launched in which decade of the 20th century? The 70s, the 80s or the 90s?
Well, it revisited Earth in Australia, but I think it was launched in the 70s.
Skylab was launched in the 1970s. That's correct, CJ. 2 each. Right, Rich, a point at which you don't want to slip up. Variola is the technical term for which disease? Yellow fever, smallpox or mumps? Variola.
Wow. I'm not sure about that one either. I mean, all my family work in the hospital, but it's my weaker side of science. I haven't heard of it in association with mumps, but it is going to have to be a 50-50 guess between the other two. And I'll go for yellow fever.
Variola is the technical term for smallpox. Ooh, again, same as Martin there, narrowing it down to 2 and getting the wrong one. OK, CJ, well, a chance to win it. Approximately how many planet Earths would fit inside the sun? 100, 1,000 or 1,000,000?
The sun is absolutely massive. It's 99.9% of all the matter in the solar system. Million.
Well, having said it's 99.9% of all matter, you knew that. Why did you hesitate?
Because as soon as 1,000 came up, no, the Earth goes into Jupiter 300 times. It must go in the sun 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, it's the right answer. 1,000,000 is correct, CJ. Kind of bamboozling yourself there. It does mean, though, Rich, that your time playing Eggheads is unfortunately over. You won't be playing in the final round. Would you both please come back and join your teams? Well, yes, 2 clay pigeons gone now from the final round. No eggheads, but 2 rounds to go. And this next one is geography. Who'd like to play this? It's David, Richard or Rachel?
I think that's right. Well, I
It's
think
gonna have to be me.
Richard's our travel person, so
Thank you.
who do you want?
I think Daphne?
Go on.
Yeah, go on then.
Go
Yeah,
on.
Okay.
Go on.
the main
Okay.
man. Yeah, we'll have Richard versus Daphne, please.
OK, let's have Richard and Daphne into the question room then, please. Richard, what do you do then for your company?
That's a really good question.
I see, so you hide around in the office and no one knows, you just collect your wages every month. What are these techniques to improve mineral performance and efficiency of clay?
It's quite interesting.
Are you sure?
It can be made to be fairly interesting. A variety of techniques are used. Some of the more interesting ones are things like superconducting magnets, which people don't really think about with the clay industry. These are operating at sort of sub 20 degrees Kelvin. So they're really, really icy cold, but they're used to remove iron, which is a natural colour-bearing mineral in the clay. And by removing it, you make the clay whiter, so it has more value. So it is quite sort of technology-focused.
No, I'm a convert, and do you know what? The eggheads have been soaking up the extra knowledge. They're like little sponges there. Just see Daphne went entirely silent. She's filing it away somewhere. OK, let's play this round. Geography. Would you like to go first or second, Richard?
Well, I think based on the performance so far, with those going first have been knocked out, I think I'll go second.
Here you go, then. It's your question first, Daphne. What is the capital of Turkey? Ankara, Baku or Alexandria?
That's Ankara.
Ankara is correct. OK. Easing you in there. Would have been Richard's if he decided to go first. Let's see if this one suits him, though, as well. The Grampians are a range of mountains in which country of the UK? Wales, Northern Ireland or Scotland?
Now, I do know this because I've actually holidayed there many years ago and did some walking, and it is Scotland.
It most certainly is. That's the right answer. Well done, Richard. Solid start by both of you. Second questions. The African country of Namibia, Daphne, has a coastline on which body of water? The Mediterranean Sea, the Indian Ocean or the Atlantic Ocean? The African country of Namibia has a coastline on which body of water?
Oh, Lord. The Atlantic.
Atlantic?
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct, yes. Ooh, I was thinking it was beginning to look inspired by Richard putting you in there. Right, second question for Richard then. Krung Tape is the local name for which city? Tokyo, Bangkok or Beijing? It's 2 words, K-R-U-N-G, and second word, T-H-E-P. Krung Tape is the local name for which city?
Now, this one will probably have to be a guess, but it doesn't sound Chinese for certain. And I think the Japanese language is very similar to the Chinese language. I know that Bangkok in Thailand is very dissimilar language type, and it just has that feel about it. So I'll have to go with Bangkok.
Okay.
Not confident.
Okay, Bangkok, bit of a feel, bit of logic, and the right answer. Krung Tape, Bangkok. Okay. This is your question, Daphne. Which South American country is bordered by Brazil, Guyana and Colombia? Is it Ecuador, Venezuela or Suriname?
Oh, Lord. I'm not sure, but I have a feeling that Suriname is close to Guyana, so I'll go for Suriname.
It's Venezuela. Venezuela. Well, Richard. Daphne struggled and failed. Just got to get this and you're through to the final round. I say just. It's easy for me to say, isn't it? Listen very carefully and good luck with it. What's the southernmost borough of the city of New York? Is it Staten Island, Bronx or Manhattan?
That's a tough one. I think you can take the ferry from Manhattan, the Staten Island ferry, strangely enough, from Manhattan to Staten Island. And I think that goes south. I think the Bronx is north of Staten Island, so I'm going to go with Staten Island.
It's that old song, isn't it? New York. The Bronx is up, the battery's down. That's where you get the ferry to Staten Island, which is correct. Well done. You're through to the final round with some very, very good quizzing there, Richard. I must say, the way you worked those answers out. And Daphne's lost again at geography.
No.
Have we
Don't
discovered
tell people.
discovered a chink in the armour, I think? OK, would you both please come back and join your teams? Well, I can tell that victory by Richard's given you all a lift, hasn't it?
Yes.
Onwards and upwards now. Carry the battle to the Eggheads. One more head-to-head to go, and another Egghead, I think, might be going. This subject is sport. David or Rachel, sport.
Well, we kind of already said it would be me, so
Well, yeah, you're the sporting
There's no
expert.
competition.
There's no...
so it'll be me. And I think I'll have Chris, please.
Quelle surprise alors, quel dommage. Vous aimez mon ami.
Thank you, Inspector Clouseau. OK, let's have David and Chris into the question room then. OK, David, sport it is. Do you want to go first or second?
Well, since Richard did so well at second, I think I might go first.
Chosen to go first. Your question is this. The term tifosi is applied to followers of which Formula One team? McLaren, Ferrari or Honda? Tifosi.
Well, the whole I on the end sounds pretty Italian, I guess. So I'm going to guess Ferrari, but I really don't know much about motorsport. And they seem to have fanatical followers, so yeah. Ferrari.
Joining the eyes up, that'll do. It's the right answer, yes. Tifosi, la Ferrari. Chris, football. How you love it. Who replaced Martin Jol as the manager of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club in October 2007? Is it Juan de Ramos, Alex McLeish or Brian Little?
Good question. I think there was a bit of controversy about somebody being brought in from sort of outside. McLeish sounds like a Scotsman, Brian Little sounds like an Englishman. I think the person who was appointed to Spurs was Juan de Ramos.
You really do know so little about football, but you have worked that out. That is correct, yes. Juan de Ramos replaced Martin Jol as manager of Spurs. OK, David, in netball, the only attacking players who are allowed in the goal circle are the goal shooter and which other? Goaltender, goal winger or goal attack?
I have to say, it's probably not one of the sports I play on a Saturday. But I guess a goaltender is going to be at the back of the court, keeping guard of their own goal. A goal winger is going to be out wide, crossing the ball in, I guess, for the goal attack. I'm going to say goal attack.
Goal attack?
Yep.
Along with the goal shooter, it's the right answer. Yes, you're on the attack. 2 to you. Goal attack is correct there for David. Gives you 2 out of 2. Chris, in the Olympics, how many players are there on each team in a game of beach volleyball? 4, 3 or 2? In the Olympics, how many players are there on each team in a game of beach volleyball? This is your kind of sport, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I don't mean participating.
No. Well, I think 4 on each side to get on each other's way. I'll go with 3, straight down the middle.
It's 2 in beach volleyball, 2 in a beach volleyball team, an Olympic beach volleyball team. So, real chance for you to get through as well, David. Can you tell me the boxer Henry Cooper and which former rugby union international were the original team captains on the television quiz A Question of Sport? Cliff Morgan, Gareth Edwards or JPR Williams?
Now, I was hoping Bill Beaumont was going to come out, but now I'm thinking about it, I seem to recall that Gareth Edwards was perhaps a captain once, and a great hero of my dad, actually, from South Wales, so I'll say Gareth Edwards, although I'm not really sure.
And it's even before Gareth Edwards' time, it's Cliff Morgan. Cliff Morgan was the original team captain opposing Henry Cooper in A Question of Sport. This to take us to sudden death, Chris. Which British middleweight boxer is nicknamed the Battersea Bomber? Wayne Elcock, Bernard Hopkins or Howard Eastman?
I wouldn't say it was Howard Eastman, because the name Eastman would have stuck with me because of Eastman cameras. Go with Wayne Elcock.
The Battersea Bomber. You just fallen out of the ring. It's Howard Eastman.
Oh, right.
Yes, goes David. Pretty low scoring round there. Between you got as many wrong as you got right, but David got more right than you, Chris, so you're playing in the final round for £23,000. Would you both please come back and join your teams? Well, this is what we've been playing towards. It's time for the final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So Richard and Martin from the Clay Pigeons and Daphne and Chris from the Eggheads, would you leave the studio, please? So, David, Richard and Rachel, you're playing to win the Clay Pigeons £23,000. Judith, Kevin and CJ, you're playing for something which money can't buy, the Eggheads' reputation. As usual, I'll ask each team 3 questions in turn. This time, the questions are all general knowledge, and you are allowed to confer. Clay Pigeons, the question is, are your 3 brains better than the Eggheads' 3? And Clay Pigeons, would you like to go first or second?
I reckon we should go first.
Yeah, let's go first.
Okay, we're going to go first.
Good luck, Clay Pigeons. £23,000 at stake. Lara's theme is the name given to a piece of music from the score of which film of the 1960s? Dr. Zhivago, Psycho or The Sting?
Well, I haven't got a clue.
Isn't Lara in Dr. Zhivago?
Well,
Is it? Or is that not? Is that me being silly?
Well, it's
I
certainly
don't
not
know.
Psycho.
I don't
No,
think
it's
Psycho.
not.
Dr. Zhivago. It must
Yeah.
be.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. It's very thematic.
Do you want to go for that?
Yeah.
We're not 100% sure, but we're going to say Dr. Zhivago.
It's correct. Well done and a good start. Eggheads, which of the Queen's grandchildren was born on the 21st of June 1982? Zara Phillips, Princess Beatrice or Prince William? Which of the Queen's grandchildren was born on the 21st of June 1982?
He's the only one. He's the only one older.
I'm sure that's his 1982, and I'm sure that's his birth date anyway. Yeah. It's Prince William.
Prince William is correct. 1 each. Second question, Clay Pigeons. In Roman times, what was the profession of a publican? Textile dealer, arrow maker or tax collector?
Richard?
Pumpkin, maybe.
Yeah, perhaps a can for money.
Yeah.
It
Shall we say
sounds
tax
reasonable.
collector?
Tax collector.
Okay, again, we don't know, but we're going to
Guess that.
We're going to take an educated guess at tax collector.
Tax collector. It's the right answer, yes, a publican. Which means you're 2-1 in the lead. Clay Pigeons, Eggheads. Your second question. The line into each life, some rain must fall, comes from a poem called The Rainy Day by which poet? Dryden, Longfellow or Tennyson?
Not Dryden.
No. So it's either Longfellow
It's
or
either
Tennyson.
Longfellow or Tennyson.
It sounds sort of American and whimsy.
When they came up, my first thought was Longfellow. I'm just.
I think Longfellow is more whimsical in that way.
Yeah. Well, when they came up, my first thought
Thought
was
Longfellow.
Longfellow.
Fine, then go for that.
I may be wrong, but not certain, but Longfellow.
Longfellow is the right answer. Yep, correct, Eggheads. The Rainy Day by Longfellow. Clay Pigeons, what type of creature is the Avahi Cleese, named after the actor John Cleese? Is it a wombat, a kangaroo, or a lemur? Avahi, it's 2 words, A-V-A-H-I, Avahi, and then Cleese, C-L-E-E-S-E-I.
There's lots of lemurs in Madagascar.
There's lots of them, and there are always new varieties being
Yeah.
found.
Is there anything in
Well, what's a...
Monty Python to do with any of those animals?
I've never watched Monty Python.
What do you reckon, Rach?
I reckon it's lemur.
Lemur?
Lemur sounds reasonable.
And I'll go with that as well.
Okay, right, we're going to say lemur.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Surprisingly, we don't know.
Again.
Just because of the sheer number of species of lemur, we're going to say that there's a chance that they might have one named after John Cleese. So we're going to say lemur.
Lemur. It's the right answer. So, 3-2. If it stays like that after this question to the Eggheads, you've got the money. Eggheads, you must get this. What name is given to the era that started in Japan in January 1989? Is it Heisei, Taisho, or Showa?
Oh dear.
It's Heisei, I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
Well, Showa
is the last one.
Showa was Hirohito.
That's Hirohito.
So that was 26 to
Yeah.
89.
I've not heard of Taisho.
Taisho, I think, was the one before that,
Before that,
which was 1912 to 26.
Fine. So Heisei is Akihito.
Heisei is Emperor Akihito, I think.
Fine.
Heisei.
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 It's correct, Eggheads. Yep, we go to sudden death. The Eggheads on good form, but so are you. It gets a lot harder now. So no more choices. Here's your question. Whose epitaph in St. Paul's Cathedral translates from the Latin as, "Reader, if you seek his monument, look around you"? Whose epitaph in St. Paul's Cathedral translates from the Latin as, "Reader, if you seek his monument, look around you"?
Is that going to be Christopher Wren?
It must be the guy.
built it.
Christopher
Yeah.
Wren?
Must
It
be.
must be.
It must be.
He built it.
Yeah, yeah.
We think it's Christopher Wren because he built St. Paul's, I guess.
Yeah, it's the right answer, Christopher Wren. If you seek his monument, look around you. Eggheads, you've got to get this again. Which American philanthropist, suffragette and socialite, played on screen by Debbie Reynolds and Kathy Bates, famously survived the sinking of the Titanic? I'll need a first name and a surname, at least.
Yeah, it's Molly Brown.
Well, I didn't know about Kathy Bates, but Debbie Reynolds certainly.
Yeah. Molly Brown. And she became, the film about her which starred Debbie Reynolds was called The Unsinkable Molly Brown. That was the nickname that she received because of
Surviving the sinking of the Titanic. It's the right answer, Eggheads. Molly Brown, played by Debbie Reynolds and Kathy Bates on screen. Another question each. Well, here we go. What is the name of the prize awarded every autumn by the Royal Institute of British Architects for the Building of the Year?
It's someone's name, isn't it?
It is.
I can't think of anyone.
No, my mind's gone completely blank. It's like a first name and a second name.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
What do we think, Play Pigeons?
Well, we don't know. Strangely.
It's the story of this final round.
Yes.
Been
And
doing well, though,
unfortunately,
on
we
it.
don't have a choice.
The only architect I can think of is Sir Charles Vanbrugh.
Go with that one.
In fact, Charles Vanbrugh is the only one I can think of.
Richard seems to have plucked Charles Vanbrugh out of his brain somewhere.
The only one I can think of.
Charles Vanbrugh Prize. It's not as I think you know the right answer, but always better to say something rather than nothing. Eggheads, do you know if it had been your question?
It's the Sterling Prize.
It's the Sterling Prize, which, yeah, I think you've heard of, haven't you?
Yes.
The Sterling Prize. OK, But's the first chance in the game for the Eggheads to win it. Rachel Kempson and which actor, knighted in 1959, had 3 children, all of whom became well-known actors?
That was Sir Michael Redgrave.
Michael Redgrave. It's the right answer, Eggheads. You've won.